Good morning, everyone. Striped Gal. And some more Lufia 2, Ancient Cave. We are on the quest to get all the Iris treasures. We are down to 3 remaining. And given that last time we took Lexus and Tia down into the cave, I figured this time we take the traditional ending party into the cave. So, this is not the best party for dealing with the ancient cave, for dealing with the jelly. However, nah, it'll be fun. At this point, we're not really going for deep dives for a few runs. I just want to get down to Providence, and it really doesn't matter which characters you use for that. Lexus and Tia last time. I mean, I really don't mind Tia as a 4th character. And especially with some of the gear we've got, having Tia is definitely okay. The other side of that, however, is that Lexus is by far the worst character. Selen's not great, but she'll be fine for this run. And I just realized I didn't actually equip them with accessories. Not that it matters that much. We're gonna equip the engagement ring just because, like, literally, it does nothing in this context. The C ring would totally be better. But we may as well, much like using Lexus, we may as well do it once. We're definitely getting into the, I guess, a tougher part of this run, which is, at this point, we just kind of need to grind out those last few. And that's fine, because these runs are fun. I am hopeful that we can find a Gades blade at some point here. Because I think it'd be really cool to go in with the really good setup at some point here, just to show it off. And I kind of feel like that's the culmination of this sort of run. Is, like, we got a lucky run last time. We did not find everything we needed by a long shot. We just happened to be high enough level that it didn't matter, and to have some really solid equipment. With a Gades blade, and by some really solid equipment, I mean, like, going in, we started with really good equipment that helps a bit. Namely, having those gold eyes and stuff to get that extra boost. So the main thing missing from this party, if you were actually trying to get a Jelly Dell, is the card. Honestly, I mean, and this is to an extent with any party, if if you have Dakar and either Tia or Artie, I feel like you have a pretty good... It almost doesn't matter who your third character you're bringing is. Like, Maxim can use some of the heavy weapons, like the Myth Sword, or Myth Blade and the Old Sword, and the Lizard Blow. Anybody can use the Lizard Blow. So whether you're having... Like, those other two spots don't matter nearly as much, is kind of what I'm saying. Ideally, Guy and Maxim can use the Hades Blade, but again, Maxim is always in your party, so you have that slot filled no matter what. The other characters, the main things they're doing for the jelly are just either casting spells or using fractionals, which any of them can do. Like, Selen is just as good at that. Selen is probably better than Maxim at that part. Like, if you had a Gades Blade, you could probably bring Selen a lot more easily, or Lexus even. Not bringing Dakar, that's a whole different can of worms. Both because he is just such a tank, and because the Dakar Blade is basically what makes the jelly fight doable, at least on a regular basis. If you have a run where you do not find the Dakar Blade, you are probably going to be, you're more likely to be struggling, and trying to do a run without him, it's doable, especially if you have a Gades Blade. But without both of those, you're probably... It's a tough run. The Dakar Blade generally, or just as a straight figure, is immediately takes off half the jelly's health. That's what it does. And when you're dealing with something with 10,000 health, being able to take half of that off in one hit is really powerful. Dakar also just has obscene amounts of defense and hit points that lets him survive a lot of things that other people wouldn't. So getting into a fight late game, deep in the dungeon, and having Dakar be the only one that survives is, you know, a very feasible thing to happen, and a thing that happens pretty frequently. And even bringing Guy, you're not going to have that same survivability. Actually, maybe it's down here. Watching somebody doing cave runs on Twitch, and they were doing apparently a special run where you have to do 2 runs back to back. So starting with nothing, not like the ones I'm doing, but that was part of the inspiration for this. 2 runs back to back with completely different party members in each run. So in that run, you only get Dakar for one, you only get Artie for one. So you have Maxim obviously in both. And the idea being to get down to the jelly, you do get blue chest items for the second run from the first one. As well as you can technically grab the treasure from the back of the, like, from when you beat the cave. It gives you, like, the dragon ring and the light jewel. If you go talk to the guy who takes your items and then go to the back room, you can take those with you. Which, if you're just doing 2 runs, here is really cool. I do kind of wish that I had thought, or realized that I would have saved those items for after, like, for whatever my last run is that I do. Just give myself a little extra boost for that to be even more ridiculous. But I didn't think about that until after it was too late, and I didn't remember / realize how it worked. But yeah, it was really interesting. It made me think a lot about how some of those, like, what those characters who you normally don't use can bring. Which, I mean, stuff like being able to cast spells and using the lizard blow, and, you know, you're having to rely on Gorgon Rocks and, like Mythblade or Old Sword and stuff like that for your fractionals because you don't have Dakar, and or even just Deadly Rods. Like Deadly Rod, Deadly Sword aren't good fractionals, but they're fractionals. It'll get the job done. And while casting Thunder isn't the best or the most powerful thing, it's something. Starting to think we used all of our luck on last run. Last run we got 2 blue chest items and an iris treasure before we even got Providence. This time we haven't seen a single blue chest, I don't think. Deadly Rod. I think we already have a Curse Lifter, too. Maybe this is turning into another ill-fated run. Oh, I hope not. Wispies we do not want to deal with. Deflect. Not useful whatsoever. We should probably do this. Stun gun. Party room. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. I'm not worried about any of these enemies, especially now that we've done our potions. Selin in particular should be able to wreck these things. I think Maxim also. Yeah. EX magic. Hey, it's the launcher. Seriously? Wispies are annoying because they go first. That's really the main thing with them. They also have an AoE attack, which AoE is potentially dangerous. They're not super dangerous compared to a lot of things, but at if you haven't gotten any levels yet, and you run into them, especially if they get a surprise attack on you, and there are more than one of them using Flash, they can do some serious damage. Now, with the levels we've got, with the gear we've got, they're not actually scary, they're just annoying. But if I hadn't healed, and all three of them had used Flash, we probably would have had at least one death. This is a very full party room. We're gonna have to kill a few enemies. But I'm curious how much we can weave through it without killing things. I'm gonna get one of these two out of the way. Zap. Very good spell for Artie. There we go. We still had to kill a few enemies, but not too many. And gotten a few fights that we can easily escape from. Pretty rare for there to be 2 party rooms like that in a row. I feel like it's just mocking me. I really do. Seriously? Party room number 3 in a row. Not quite. Still pretty happy with just 2 out of those. Again, very odd for there to be multiple floors with party rooms in a row. That's 3 now, which is kind of crazy. Whoops. Okay. Okay, 19. So we are almost to Providence. Still haven't found, I don't think, a single thing. Is that right? Yeah, I don't think we found a single blue chest or iris treasure thus far. Got myself surprise attacked 3 times in a row. We may be approaching the end of this video, if not this run. Clearly, I am very focused on what I'm doing, making no mistakes whatsoever. Third deadly rod. All the instant kill weapons. We do not have an antidote. Okay. So I think we're going to end this one here. We'll just, I feel like this has the potential to be an okay run. Like, I feel like we can go a little deeper, and we don't have anything worth using Providence for. Like, we don't actually save anything if we use Providence now. But I do think I'm gonna end this for right now. Hopefully you're still enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.